University, and I specialize in helping families grow.
Okay.
And what is your name?
My name is Ella Jackson, but you can just call me Ella.
Okay, Miss Ella. Before I get you to tell me a little bit about yourself, I'm going to let you know everything is confidentiality here. But if I feel you are trying to harm yourself, any kids, and elderly, I will have to break it. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a single parent. My daughter is 20, and her father, Mr. Jackson, he has another family. Well, he's not married, but he has another child and a girlfriend that I'm aware of. And myself, I'm a single mom, like I said. I try to work at least 40 hours a week to provide for Joella still. And it's becoming to be a problem because she's been drinking and it's just getting out of control.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Mr. Jackson.
Well, he has a full-time job also. I don't think he pays as much attention to Joella because she's older and he has a younger child. I'm very concerned about how he leaves her home alone sometimes, and like I'm not saying like a bad parent, but not having like strong parenting skills.
And what are your reasons for saying that?
Well, because I noticed like sometimes when he goes to work, he would leave her home alone by herself. And I think that's like a really bad because it gives her more free time to do maybe drinking because it's becoming a habit, having friends over, having parties. Most teenagers like having parties when their parents are not there. So it's starting to affect her.
Okay, so you're saying that Joella likes to drink a lot now.
Yes, ma'am.
Have it been in the family, like any one of you guys have alcohol problem? Like you or Mr.
Well, as I remember now, I can't think back. His father had a really bad drinking problem, and it causes his health to go downhill. And I can see where the pattern started to form. Like she could be picking up his habits, or from her being around his family, she could be seeing this occur more often.
So when you first found out that Joella was drinking, how did you feel about it?
I was shocked because I was just thinking of like the worst things could happen to her, like her health. Maybe she could be drinking and driving, and she could affect her or her friends. Because I know she has a lot of friends, and I just don't want them to be in danger or anything harmful happen.
What do you think you would like for it to happen?
Well, I would like her. I know it's not possible, but for her to
Everything is possible.
To stop drinking as much, or just to like let it go because she has so much going for herself.
Right. Have you sat down and talked with Joella?
I tried talking, having a parent-daughter talk with her, but he's not as supportive because I guess once again he thinks she's grown and she's to learn from her experience, and I'm trying to prevent it from happening.
And what do you think the next step is for that?
Well, maybe some kind of classes or courses that can help her prevent, or maybe having like a support group where she can see like the bad things that can happen to her so she can wake up and realize before it becomes too late.
So now that you see that he's not being supportive, have you took it upon yourself to just sit down and talk to her?
Yes, ma'am. I feel like I have to do everything by myself now.
But
and I think it's harder, I think, because he's not there to reinforce what I'm saying. He's not there to back me up. So I just try to keep pushing and telling her, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, like you need to stop this. But coming from a parent, she probably think that I'm more linear.
What makes it hard for you?
Making it hard for me is leaving her out of my presence and think, okay, it's going to happen again, thinking what if this and what if that.
Okay, so Mr. Jackson, he's not being supportive, and you have tried talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried using your resources to look at rehabilitation facilities to take her to?
See, that's what I'm here for today, to see if I can seek any services or any extra advice so I can help her before it becomes a serious problem where she needs rehabilitation. But I'm thinking maybe like courses like leading up to that, but not the actual process of rehabilitation yet.
Right. I understand that, and that's what I'm here for. So I'm going to try to help you.
Okay.
But for a second, can I get my notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
Write down little tracking. Okay. So you said you recently seen Joella drinking.
Yes, ma'am. And I think it's with the group of friends. Like we moved from a first location, we moved to like maybe more city now, like not in a bad area, but like bad. Some of her friends are just, they're not the same as her other friends. Like her other group of friends were very supportive. They were like positive influences on her. But the new group of friends were kind of iffy. Like our other neighborhood, I would let her girlfriends come over, she can have company. But the new children or adults that she's hanging with, they're like, seems to be bad influences on her. Maybe like, I've noticed a couple of them smoke cigarettes or whatever. But I can see them drinking. I'm starting to think that her habits are become.
And when you seen them smoking cigarettes, did you see Joella smoking?
I never seen Joella smoke, but I can go in her room, maybe find an empty container or a beer carton or something, and it's starting to become an issue because I don't want to accuse her, but I have seen her get it before. But I don't want to say, okay, you need to stop hanging with these people because they're a bad influence. I don't want to be the type of parent to pull her away from all her friends if she has nobody.
But then you also have to know what's right and what's wrong,
yes,
and to train her and mold her into the young lady that you want her to be, and tell her that drinking is not everything, smoking is not everything, getting your education and graduating is everything, and moving forward from there. So, with her friends, with her new group of friends, and you said you just moved there about how recently?
About 6 months, 5 to 6 months.
And how long have she known them?
At first when we got there, she wouldn't go out the first couple of months. She'll just hang around me. We'd have bonding time. But as I started working more, I was like, okay, I have to pick up another job. So that's when it became a problem. Like I'll see them coming around, maybe hanging outside or whatever. And they were just becoming a bad habit for her.
Okay, so I see that. Okay, so what do you think the next step will be with that?
I think as far as her friends, she should maybe pick better friends or try to find like positive things they can do. Maybe go hang out at the mall, go to the movie or something. Something that doesn't involve drinking or smoking or anything.
Okay. And so you say Mr. Jackson, his father was a drinker.
Yeah,
he was a heavy drinker.
Mm-hmm.
So did have Mr. Jackson, does he drink as much as his father does?
He's more conservative. He can go to the bar with his friends, but he's not going to consume too much alcohol where it becomes a habit, like he has to have it.
Right. So have you and Mr. Jackson talked one-on-one without Joella being there, telling him actually, since he's not in the home and seeing what's going on, have y'all talked about what she's doing? She's drinking, she's smoking, she's breaking her curfew.
Well, it's actually hard because his girlfriend's always there, and I feel as if she's trying to discipline Joella or, pull him away from her.
And you said she's the oldest child,
yeah,
right?
She's the oldest child. They have a younger child together. I feel like she focuses more on
her
child and him rather than focusing on Joella because she has her father.
And what do you think the next step would be to do with that?
Well, I can't say pull him completely away because I would want him to raise his child with her like he helped raise Joella. But I would say he would have to balance the time he spent, and he had to improve some of his parenting skills.
And everything you're telling me about Mr. Jackson, have you sat down and told him?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was his response to everything?
Like I said before, he's linear. Sometimes it's as if he don't care about. Yeah, he doesn't care about certain situations. Particularly this one, and going out, hanging out, curfew. He doesn't say, okay, you have to be here. He's more linear, which I feel like I'm the stricter parent rather than him.
So, have she gotten any involvement in school, like in trouble with school, being drunk in school, smoking?
No, she hasn't had any confrontations at school or any conflicts regarding alcohol or any substance abuse like that.
But it just how often, could you tell me how often you think she drinks? Like how many bottles have you caught her with?
I know definitely on the weekend, but I'm not sure because some weekends they're not at our house all the time. But some weekends I can come back and say, oh, okay, all these bottles, they must have a get together or something. But I don't want to accuse her. And I know sometimes she may go to their house, their parents probably never be there. So, and a few of them are older, so they probably have their own places or, And I I just think that when she goes there or party, she consumes a lot of alcohol. Right. And I even tried taking her car before once again, but it's.
Has she ever tried to hit you or anything?
No.
Okay, so no violence. Okay. And so, when you say Mr. Jackson, he's very nonchalant, can you tell me exactly what you mean by that? Like, give me another scenario.
For example, hey, Jack, his name is Jack Jackson. Hey, Jack, we need to sit down and talk. Joella's having problems with drinking. Oh, she'll be all right. She's grown. She can learn from her experience. You know, stuff like that.
And when he said that, did you ever be defensive with him and say, but she's also driving her car?
See, he didn't buy her car, so he doesn't feel like it's his responsibility to even worry about her driving situations or her car or anything.
And how did you feel when you said that to him?
My gut reaction was like, okay, so he doesn't care what his daughter's doing. He just doesn't pay any attention to her. Like, how could he neglect his child and not care about her health and stuff like that, right?
So it seems to me that he's more focused on the littler child than focused on Joella, because he feels that she's grown and it's nothing he can really do as he can do for the little child.
Yes.
So, So you're, okay, I'm going to recap everything before.
Okay.
Because the time is coming to an end.
Okay.
Okay, so little Joella is drinking.
Yes.
Okay. You are a single parent. Mr. Jackson has another family. And they're not attentive, not involved in Joella's life. She feels she's too old.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, could you tell me your next availability?
Well, Saturdays, I know I don't have to work until the afternoon, so anytime during a Saturday morning, I'm available.
Saturday, hold on. So, you said Saturday in the evenings? Okay, so Saturday, the evening, okay, it is 5 o'clock, 5:30?
You have anything earlier, maybe about 9 or 10 in the morning? Usually I go to work in the afternoon at my second job.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I can do it. I'll just come in early. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything, because I would love to help and stop all this. Is it possible that next time you come to the session, you bring Mr. Jackson and little Joella?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure I can manage to get them both here.
Okay. If you need me to contact him, I can contact him and ask him, could he come? This is an important meeting.
Okay. Well, I have a cell phone number.
Okay, can I get that?
It's going to be 702-198-3746.
Okay. And would you like for me to call little Joella too?
She lives with me most of the time, so I can just bring her in.
Okay. Well, can I get her number just in case so I can have a little
It's going to be
talk?
757-218-3712.
Okay. And you said 757-218-3712? 3712? Okay. Thank you. So, the next session, we will discuss, all of us as a whole, what actually is going on with little Joella. And we can all break it down to Mr. Jackson and let him know everything what he does not see is happening.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you.